Now, Unit 10. 2 days. Now, guys, I'm talking C-scope stuff. But it's stuff we've already done, but we're really hitting it heavy with word problems. We're going to put it in word problem form. But it is a review. So hopefully this is going to spark your memory. This is a very important concept. Unit rates used every day outside of the world and everything. We need it. And it's going to be on the tax test. So we're going to hit it again for 2 days. Alrighty? So, what do y'all remember about unit rate? What does it mean? First period guide, don't be doing this to me. Y'all are my smart bunch. Unit rate. Without looking back, Christian. Good try, though. Nope. What does unit mean? One. What does rate mean?
Fraction.
Nope.
Problem.
Nope.
Decimal.
First period got it. I can't believe that.
Does it start with? No, it start with.
Nope. Too late. Unit rate is how much for one. Unit means one. Rate means how much, or how far, or how long, etc., etc. Unit is one. How much for one? The key words you look for in any word problem that's talking about unit rate, well, first is unit rate. Right? But sometimes they ask the question without saying unit rate or using the word rate. They just say, how much for one? How much is it going to cost to get one? How far can you run in 1 minute? How far can you drive in 1 hour? How far can you drive on 1 gallon of gas? Keyword's one. One makes us think unit. One makes us think unit. Now, sometimes they use the number 1 instead of the word 1. So you got to be ready for that. You got to be ready for it. Now, do you remember the shortcut or the way we did it? Once we discovered it was a unit rate problem, how did we actually do the mathematics? Nope. Nope.
Divide.
Okay. Something's getting divided, okay? But what? If it's a money problem,
The cost divided by how many? The total.
right? Y'all remember that? I wrote more words, but I was shortening it. You were probably absent that day. Got you, Ethan, old buddy. Now, what if we're dealing with a problem that is not money? It's just numbers. Had a little shortcut. Tell you, oh, it's always this. And it'll work in the 6th grade. Later on, as you get better in mathematics, you will have problems that this second shortcut won't work on. But for right now in the 6th grade, it helps our thinking that it'll work. Boy, this, whoo! Man. Whew. Maybe it's a good thing we came back over this stuff, huh?
Big divided by small.
I can run 3 laps, pardon me, I can run 6 laps in, what did I say? I can run 3 laps in 6 minutes. How much for 1 lap? How many minutes does it take me for one lap?
2.
Right. You take the big number, divide it by the small number. First one right here. I go to Walmart. The sign says 3 cans of green beans for 90 cents. I don't want 3 cans of green beans. I only want 1. How do I figure out how much I owe? Money divided by number. 90 cents divided by 3.
30.
1 can is 30 cents. So the unit rate is 30 cents per can. Per can. So is it coming back to you? Well, I'm glad we're going back. Woo. Some of us are brain dead. So we're going to have some unit rate problems today. This right here was 3 different lessons. We're cramming them all in to one day, y'all, because we've already done it. All right, ratio. Y'all remember what a ratio was?
It has a parentheses.
Fractions. Comparing.
Nope. What's a ratio?
Fraction of something.
It is comparing stuff, but what is it?
Rational.
No. You're getting too fancy. It's a what? There is a ratio table, but we're not going to do tables because I think they're hard. I think it's easier doing it a different way. Ratios are comparisons, but what are they?
You use multiplication.
Nope. Nice try. Thank you very much. A ratio is a fancy word for fraction. We make a fraction. We make a fraction. I'll give you something to do so you don't go to sleep. On me. All right. Ratio is a fraction. Now, how did we set up those fractions? How do we set up all those fractions, those ratios? I'm sorry?
Look for keywords.
Look for keywords. Look for keywords. Those words are called what kind of words?
Ratio word.
Ratio words. Those tell me because whatever's in front of those ratio words goes. The ones in front go.
Behind.
On top of the fraction.
Man, I am scared to death. Y'all have forgotten this stuff, so what else have y'all forgotten? Monday ain't going to be pretty doing this benchmark, is it? Yep, it ain't going to be pretty, because y'all can't even remember ratios. Shaween, shawong.
2.
You looking them up?
No.
You remember them?
2.
Ah, look at old Christian, he remembered them.
I remember.
There are ratio words that key us into thinking make a fraction. The number in front of the ratio word goes on top. The number behind the word goes on the bottom. Come on, y'all. Good. Okay, here we go. What are those words?
2.
T-O. Out of.
For every.
For every.
Ratio.
In.
Ratio.
The word ratio itself tells me to start looking for stuff. You're right. Just the word for. Sometimes no word but a. It's not a semi. Regular colon. Those are the most common. So those are the words we look for. And again I say, whatever's in front of them, top. Whatever's behind them, bottom. So we got to remember this. Setting up a ratio. That led us days later to proportions. So what is a proportion?
Comparing two fractions.
What do you want to say, Brother Parker? Go ahead. I'm going to let you finish.
Just like comparing two fractions by each other.
Okay. I like it, but I want to clean it up some. Now, if you look, they can't do it. I want to try to remember. Did you look? No, you weren't here.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Okay. And did you look it up? I don't want anybody to look it up.
Comparing two
Nope.
fractions.
A part of something?
Nope. A portion is, not proportion. A proportion. Did you look it up? Did you look it up?
Kinda.
No kindness. All right, Christian, go ahead.
Fancy word for two ratios that equal two rates.
I'm going to simplify it into a real quick little statement. Two fractions that equal. Two fractions that equal, which is the same thing as what Christian said, two ratios that equal. Because a ratio is a fraction most of the time. It is a fraction most of the time. All right, so two fractions that equal. What does the word proportional mean?
They're equal.
It's the same thing. Good job, Matt. That was you, wasn't it? Good job, Matt. Same thing. Same word. You can determine if two fractions are proportional by seeing if they equal each other. Okay? If you say it is a proportion, they actually do equal each other. When you're asked about proportions, it will say, are they proportional? All right. That is a proportion, is it not? Is it two fractions that equal each other?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it's got an equal sign in between them. Right, I'm not trying to fake you out, girlfriend. Yes, they're equal. They are a proportion. They have a missing part.
Because you can figure that out.
I don't want to know what the number is. I want to know how to figure it out.
PhD.
That's right. Do y'all remember? We used PhD. Play how did. And again, I stress in the 6th grade, your problems will PhD. But I also stress next year in the 7th grade, you will begin your mathematics career where you have proportions that will not PhD. Some will, some won't. And the ones that won't, you have to cross multiply to find it. But I'm not going to do that right now. We may come back to it at the end of the year when I'm showing you algebra. And I'm going to leave it alone right now because I'm just trying to get you going for April. Alright? So we're going to trust PhD. And y'all remember PhD? We did just like this, right? How did 18 turn into 36? Times 2, and then we times 2 there, and what do we get?
46.
So the missing part was 46. Agree?
Sir.
Okay, the problem though today is we're going to look real heavily at proportions that come out of
Word problem.
word problems. Was I hitting it? Okay, well you kept looking over there.
I thought you were
Word problems. So I've got to give you some key things there I want you to look at for word problems. Oops, forgot my P. Gah! It's one of those days. In a word problem, numbers, and it asks, for another number it will be a proportion problem. I will show you these in just a minute. Right now you may be going, I don't know what you're talking about. That's okay. That's okay. I will show you. I will show you. Problems that are supposed to be proportional problems, 9 out of 10, that means a whole lot of them, almost all of them, will have ratio words in them. That's almost a guarantee. Almost a guarantee. Okay? Tackle some now?
Yes, sir.
Cody, tackle? Ready to tackle? Alright. Here we go. Looking at this. Go ahead, Mary.
John's hay crew can load and unload 100 bales of hay in 20 minutes. Bob's crew can load and unload 120 bales in 30 minutes.
Alright, that first little paragraph. Does it ask a question?
No.
No. That paragraph just gives us
Information.
Girlfriend, you gonna walk over here and sit right here close?
Oh, I didn't know there was a desk up there.
There you go. This is just information. Here's where we come to the question. Kelto, isn't that right? What does it say?
How many bales can John's crew do in 1 minute?
You see anything key in that?
1 minute. And
One.
One. How many? One. How many in one? What does it jump us to think? Unit rate. Unit rate. How many for one? How many for one? What was our shortcut? Money divided by number. Or big number divided by smaller number. Which do we have in this?
big numbers.
Nice to have you, Ron. There you go. Go ahead, brother.
Big number divide by small number.
All right. I don't see any money. And we're talking about who?
John.
John. So find John up there. Where's John's info? 100 divided by 20 gives us 5. Okay, 5 what? 5 minutes? 5 bales per 1 minute or per minute. You've done right. Is it coming back to you now?
Yes, sir.
Right, Parker? Good job, man. Way to go. B. E.I.
How many bells can Bob screw do in 1 minute?
Same question, except with Bob. 1 with Bob. Well, what was Bob?
100.
120
Divided by 30.
by 30.
4.
4
Bales.
bales per minute. Cool. Whoop, question C there, Hayden.
Which crew is faster?
Which crew is faster? And then,
Explain.
explain. Thank you very much. How do you determine faster with this information? Because I got 5 bales per minute versus 4 bales per minute. Can we actually answer the question faster? What do you think, Dakota?
John John's crew's faster
John's crew's faster.
because in 1 minute they can unload 5 bills, where Bob's crew can only unload 4 bills per
Okay,
minute.
I will agree with you about John. So that's the first part, John. But when I explain, I don't want to just list again my result. I've got to look at my result and change it. What do you think, Anna?
John's has the biggest one.
Okay. Can we say it a little different, Tuck?
John's crew unloads more per minute.
I like that. And it's very simple, isn't it? It was a very simple statement. His crew unloads more per minute. His crew unloads more per minute, which means he has a faster working crew. Now, how does that help me if I'm Farmer Craig? Knowing that information. Who am I going to hire? If I'm having to pay not by the bale but by the hour, which crew do I want to work? I want John's crew to work. They will get it loaded and unloaded, or quote unquote hauled, quicker and will cost me less money. Very good life question right there. If some of you guys work on the farm and haul hay. Most of the time, they charge per bale, not per hour. But every once in a while, they might charge per hour. Okay?
Or to explain, you could put in 30 minutes, John's crew unloads 150 bills, where in 30 minutes, Bob's only unloads
That's another way of
120.
putting it. That's correct. Very good. All right. So we're going to have some rate problems like that. Okay? What's this in the middle here? It's pictures. I like that. That's right. It's pictures. Pictures of what? Oh, y'all saw fractions. And I bet we're supposed to be proportional, right? So who cares if it's pictures? Technically, what do I have right here? 4 stars, 4 hippos, 4 elephants. I don't care. 4. 9. Okay. What do I have over here? 8.
18.
And nothing. And nothing. How do we work? PhD. What happened? Time 2? Time 2? So, I need 18 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. So I've got to answer it and draw my picture because I got to go back the way it started. Is that hard? Even though it's in picture form. Because on the tax test, they love throwing pictures at you to jack with your head. They might do it. Don't know if they will, but they might. What we got here? 5. You sure we got 5?
6.
Who said that back there? Bryce, that you? Good job. Way to count, dude. 4 on top, 2 right there. 6. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 8. 15. Better count careful. I know you are way back there and having to count. It's tough. What's this? Something over 5. How do we do it? PhD. How did 15 turn into 5? Divide by 3. So what here? Divide by 3. Oh, no. 2 is my solution, but what do I draw? 2 circles. Boy, this is blowing your brains up, isn't it? Especially Stephen there. Hello, boy. Stay with me, Stephen. We're way over here now. All right. Rania. Fred.
Fred worked
you notice about the story problem that we talked about this morning? Ron.
Or a ratio word.
A ratio word? 4. Very good.
And ratio numbers. 4.
Ratio numbers, I didn't say anything about ratio numbers.
The numbers that come before.
Oh, before and after it. What does that tell you to do?
It's a ratio. It's a fraction.
It's a fraction. So what's in front of 4?
4.
4. Okay. It goes on top. 12's on the bottom. All right. I'm done. Or is there something else in there that keeps me going? Raina.
The 16, if he works for 16 hours, 16 would
16 is pretty important too. I agree with you, girlfriend. 4 was important, 12 was important, 16 is important. What am I going to do with that 16?
put it on top.
Put it on bottom. Put it on bottom because the
Some people, hang on. I got some say top, I got some say bottom. What determines that? Abby, what determines that? I didn't say where does it go, I said what determines that? What it is. Let's come back over here. What's the 4?
Hours.
It's hours. What's the 12? Money. So in our second one, what does it have to be? Hours and money. So what is the 16? It's hours, thus it goes on top. Then it says, how much money? I don't know what it is. Do I? Now here's where I was hoping someone would also say, you notice they give us 3 numbers, 3 pieces of information, and asking for the 4th one. You couple that, or you put that with the ratio word that tells me to make a fraction, automatically tells me proportion. Bless you. I've got to work a proportion, which means I got to get 2 fractions and PhD. Thank you. You recognize PhD, didn't you? Good job. So let's PhD here. Play how did. How did?
4 times 4.
Time 4. So do right here time 4.
48.
So 48 what? Dollars. How much money will he earn for 16? $48. Do you see how 3 pieces of information, 1 missing, with a ratio word in there, makes us put together a proportion? Please tell me yes.
Yes, sir.
You've got to be able to recognize that when you see a story problem. Okay? Yvonne?
1 truck holds 3 round bells. How many trucks needed for 45 bells?
What are you noticing? Now I see the word 1. And I said today 1 means a ratio. No, a unit rate. Does it mean unit rate in this one?
No.
Oh, I don't think so. Let's keep reading. 1 what?
truck.
1 truck is holding what? 3 round bells. How many trucks needed for 45 bells? Do you see a ratio word? You better do like this.
4.
I don't see 4.
But there's 3 letters.
Oh, there's 1 right there. Who said that? EA?
Yes, sir.
Good job. There is 1 right there. But it goes with the how many for 45. So that means I got a fraction with a how many and a 45? Yes? Shake your head like this. Yes. How do I represent how many? X over, and the 45 is the bales, isn't it? What's the X representing?
The truck.
Trucks. Do we have some other information about trucks and bales?
Yes.
1 truck holds 3.
1 truck,
Holds 3 bells.
3 bales. I got me a proportion, don't I? How do I work it? PhD.
3 times 15.
Time 15. Do it right up here. What we got? How many trucks? 15 trucks. Do you recognize proportions in stories?
Yes, sir.
Ron, back row there. It's already worked for us. Can you go through it with me? I didn't erase it.
Jacob made 8 out of 14 free throws in a basketball game. How many can he expect to make if he shoots 56 free throws?
You see what I did? I saw out of. Keyed in my mind what? Ratio, meaning a fraction. Then I underlined what? 8, 14, how many, and 56, right? That's 3 pieces of information asking for the 4th piece of information, right? You with me? So which also tells me proportion. Set me up a proportion. Now, I went 8 over 14. And what is 8? Made. So I wrote made. What's the 14? Someone in first period said, that's the one he missed. Does it say anything about missing?
No.
It's not missed. It's total he shot. So how did I set up the second one, y'all? How many make, shoot 56?
56 on the bottom.
56 is attempts, right? And then I PhD and got 32. What do y'all think? Another proportion problem that has really more words than those do. Okay? Find the key things that make your brain go, whoa, 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 whoa. Proportion. 2 fractions, PhD. 2 fractions, PhD. Kill it, girl.